You've seen the work we put in and day out, challenging myths, debunking old wives' tales, and exposing poor breeding practices. Ugh. We spent years researching, studying, and applying real-world experiences to perfect the art of science of breeding. Why? Because you deserve the best, most accurate information out there. But to keep this mission alive and growing, we need your support. If you found value in the Bred to Perfection live show, take a moment, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share our content. It may seem small, but every like, every subscriber, and every share helps us reach more breeders who need to hear the truth, who want to learn what it really takes to create, maintain, and improve high-quality strains. This isn't just a YouTube channel, it's a movement, and you're a vital part of it. If you believe in what we're doing, if you want to help others discover the power of true breeding, help push this channel to the top. Like, subscribe, and share. Together, we make a difference. Thank you for standing with us. Now, let's get to work. Entertaining, informative, and educational. Inspiring content that makes a difference.
This is the Maximus Troy Publications Broadcasting Network.
Join the Academy. This show is brought to you by the Breeders Academy, where we will help you to increase your knowledge of breeding, advance your skills as a breeder, and help you to improve the quality and performance of your fowl.
As a member, I'll provide you a roadmap that you will need to create a true family or strain. Starting with a cock from one breeder and a hen from another breeder, no problem. We can help you to turn your flock of hybrid crosses or mongrels into a pure family or strain, and show you how to continually improve that strain each generation. We'll start by showing you how to select your seed fowl and how to turn that seed fowl into a high-quality foundation strain. Our proven breeding programs and specialty courses are designed to take you step by step through the breeding process. And best of all, I'll be there to help you every step of the way.
We urge you to check it out. You have nothing to lose, and you can cancel at any time. You also have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Simply go to www.breedersacademy.com to sign up.
The Breeders Academy will not only change the way you think about breeding, but improve the way you breed your fowl.
y'all. This is an e-ticket ride, so please remain seated.
Okay, welcome to another episode of Bred to Perfection. I'm Kenny Troiano, founder of the Breeders' Academy, and I'm here with my wife Nancy and Greg Landwehr.
Landwehr.
Where? Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if I was going to get that right. We should have talked about that before we started. I forgot all about it. Known as the Chicken Guy, and he's the editor and publisher of the Gamefowl Times magazine. It's good to have you. What's up?
Thanks. Good to be here.
Yeah,
Nancy,
welcome to the Breeders' Academy.
Yeah, excited.
The Breeders' Academy? How about Bred to Perfection? Although he was a Breeders' Academy member.
Yeah, he was.
At one time I was. You're right.
We've been working on something special all day today, and I don't think I'm allowed to talk about it.
No, you're
yet.
not allowed to say anything yet.
I'm not allowed yet, but it's
No.
coming real soon.
Yeah. You want to tell what happened today, though, real quick?
Oh, okay. So we're in the den working on the real something special. And Tawny's yelling from the kitchen, Dad, get out here, and so we had a fire, which was only about maybe 2 blocks away from the house. The smoke was coming right over our head. And what triggered Tawny is she could smell smoke coming in through the kitchen window, and the tanker was flying real low over our house.
Yeah,
So,
that's what got my attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made the windows rattle.
Does that set your smoke alarms off?
No,
It wasn't that heavy. It
Yeah.
wasn't heavy enough to do that, but it would have.
No,
You
I
know,
don't think an actual fire will set our fire alarms off. It's when Nancy cooks in the kitchen that sets it off. Nothing else. I'm not convinced it'll go off if actual fire started in our house, but
He's not lying, guys. He's not lying.
I've been told I need to replace them, so we'll see. But no, I didn't smell anything. It's just the tankers came over so low. I've never seen them that low over our house. And then I went out there and I was like, oh, shoot, we got a fire pretty close. And it just kept getting bigger and bigger. And then it was just tankers and helicopters all over the place, sirens everywhere. I'm like, I cannot believe this. Yeah. So, and then we went back to work.
Yeah. And before that, our internet went out. So, oh my God.
Yeah. And then I got on here
Friday?
to get on the show and my camera wouldn't work. I'm like, what else can go wrong here? So.
Because, Greg, you may not know this, but we tried to have Tony Seville on Friday night's episode, and his connection was so bad. He would be real good for like 2 minutes, and then you couldn't hear anything that he was saying. Just totally drop out. And I think he tried to go in and out about 5 times before we finally.
He really wanted to come on.
Yeah.
Which was cool. Yeah.
But so it's just been a whole week of hiccups here.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
A lot of fun.
So we're going to talk to Greg about his great magazine. I'm glad he's doing it. How'd you get into Gamefowl in the first place?
Oh, shoot. Back when I was in high school, there was an old gentleman that lived around me, and I ended up helping him on a farm. His name was Archie Kerr. And he was the guy that advertised in the magazine from Steelville, Missouri, that had the Kelso's direct from Walter Kelso himself, and he sold them like that for years. And,
How old
I helped
were you?
him for a long time. I was 18.
Yeah,
That's a
it stuck
long
with you.
time.
There's something about Gamefowl. I mean, I grew up raising other types of chickens when I was younger, and I saw the movie Roots. And I saw those chickens he had, Chicken George. And I had, ever since I had to have them. And it just took a while to find the right people that had them. And before I knew it, I was in the circle. And then after that, I met a number of mentors and Tony. And that changed my world. I got really lucky because I got really good mentors. But I'm really excited about the magazine because I have a special place in my heart for the magazines. I mean, I wrote for all of them. The Gamecock magazine, Grint Still, Feathered Warrior, Poultry Press. I wrote for 2 of them in Mexico and the Philippines, and I wrote articles for some of them in England and Australia. So that was a big part of my life for almost 20 years. And so when I heard, and I felt real bad because I had to stop writing for a while because the website just got too big and too much work. So I wasn't able to really send the articles in. And then it was sad because like JC's, was a few years ago or something, they had to close doors. So I didn't think we'd ever get back to a place where we get the magazines. I just kind of thought that time was lost. We're going digital. The printed word isn't what it used to be, and nobody's reading it, I guess, anymore. And everything's on the internet, which is sad because a lot of what's on the internet's pretty bad, Greg.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you see some stuff on Facebook and places like that, TikTok and all that, and it's like, holy cow, where are we going?
Yeah.
So,
and
hopefully the magazine, hopefully the magazine can get us back to a somewhat respectable place, and we can bring something to the community and have something to where people can open it up 20 years from now and say, this is a time capsule of what Gamefowl is all about.
How's it doing so far?
We're doing good. I've got a lot of interest, and I'll tell you, Facebook is an amazing advertiser because it seems like the more posts I have on Facebook, the more subscriptions come in, and most of the people are saying, I didn't even know this was going, and we've been going, this is our second year now. So, but it's doing really well. Everybody has positive feedback from it. The only negative thing I get is the delivery. I struggle with the delivery. So
what's wrong with the delivery?
Oh, the post office. I'll have. I know, Nancy.
You'll have to come to me for advice. Well, what am I doing wrong?
Here's how we look at it. It went to crap after Nancy left because she held it all together. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but she was actually a really good carrier. My whole family worked in the post office. Okay. My dad, my brothers, my sister-in-law, Nancy, I used to for a while there. So we come from a post office family, and Nancy's the only one I know that can go to a grocery store here in Ramona, and they come up to her and they hug her and hang all over her and everything. I'm like, I've never seen that before. So she knows everybody.
I love my
in town.
customers. They're my postal family,
How many dogs have bitten you?
What's that?
I have never been bitten by a dog.
Never.
3 fingers. Yeah.
But I was there when she almost got bit, when she went to go put the mail in a box and the dog went through the door. She dropped her satchel in front of it and just kept backing up and keeping that satchel between her and that dog. That was impressive. That was so impressive.
It was an ankle biter too. It was a little guy. But no, I've been chased by a Saint Bernard. That was probably the hardest thing. The problem was he was too stupid to go in between the slats and the fence to get to me before I could get to my truck. So, you worry more about the people than you do the animals out there.
I'm sure that's true.
Yeah. But it's funny that when the magazines, especially when the Grit and Still went away, I think the Gamecock might have been around just a little still. But I remember a number of people coming up to, I think it was me and Tony, saying, hey, why don't you guys take over the magazine, try to keep it alive, and then the Gamecock went away, and then people were asking me, why don't you start a magazine? I was like, wow, you don't know how busy I am here. There's just no way I can do it. And I just, like I told you, I just wasn't convinced that there was any life left in it. But I'm telling you, it feels good because I don't go on Facebook very much. I kind of stay away from social media a lot these days. But when I do go on there, or I see your magazine popping up, everybody's promoting it, that's what you need.
Yeah.
Hey, Kenny, do you have his magazine handy so that we can show it on camera?
Yeah, I've got a couple.
Here we go.
Mine's better than yours. So. And I'm happy to say that now I'm writing for it. I'm glad that Greg asked me, and I'm excited to do it. I think my second one's coming out. When is the next one coming out?
July. Yeah, it'll go to the printer June 14th, and then it should be out right there about the first week of July.
Okay.
Hopefully, if the mail.
Nancy, you have any pull there? Can you do anything
I don't really know
that?
I don't know what problem he's having.
Yeah, what is the problem?
I have about $500 worth of remails every quarter.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, they just get lost. It's the craziest thing.
That is weird.
Do they get lost though? I mean, is that state? I mean, is that United States or is that?
Oh yeah, My international ones are usually pretty good. Some of them don't get delivered, but get rid.
Can I suggest something? Is don't have that on there. Can you change?
Yeah. See, my original very first one didn't have a white cover over it, so it was just it just had the rooster on it, right? So I was having whole boxes disappear.
Okay, so the address is fine, but change the name up here.
Yeah.
Like, do you have a?
I did that this issue. It's the GFTMZ.
Okay, there you go.
Post office box.
Yeah, there you go. That's got to be it.
Yeah.
People are messing with you. Wow.
Yeah, I think so.
That's against.
I mean, I'd have a whole neighborhood in California. There was a lot of neighborhoods that had several going to it. None of them would get the magazine. It was a crazy.
Oh, that's great. That's a carrier or two right there doing something. That's illegal.
But I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to, I don't want that to be an official complaint or anything like that.
Well, maybe you should. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's taken very seriously. Oh, that's crappy.
I would be calling that post office and asking them why I've sent 20, subscriptions to this area, this zip code, and they've all disappeared. What's going on? I definitely would call that postmaster and make light of it.
In all fairness, I've talked to the post office about some of the problems, and they actually called me. They had and really did their best to try and make things right and give me suggestions on how to make it, how to improve it and things like that.
Did they say change the name on the cover?
No, they didn't say anything
that.
Like that. No.
Yeah, I would do that. I think I would do that for sure.
Got to go incognito.
It's like when I used to ship eggs. If I put eggs on there, they would all come scrambled and they would never hatch. And then when I stopped labeling eggs, just made fragile, they started hatching. Yeah. There's some people out there, man. They just have an opinion about everything. Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you say the mission is for the Gamefowl Times?
Oh, well, we want to be more than just a magazine, right? We want to be. It's going to be a historical record of the whole gamefowl community. It's going to be more. It's going to be about bloodlines, just like a time capsule of everything that gamefowl is. I want to do more than just the magazine. I want to do. We launched the website this last month, and so we got a website going. Yeah, GamefowlTimes.com. So we've got that going. You can get your subscription through GamefowlTimes.com now, and it's not very good yet. I don't have a whole lot of content on it. It's not like yours. Yours is amazing. I mean, the Breeders Academy is really a neat website.
Oh, I'm telling you, you got to go back on it because there's a lot more on it than the last time you were there.
I put something on new every week. Yeah.
But I'll tell you, that's a lot of work and a lot of time.
And
I still got a full-time job, by the way.
So
really,
I got lucky. Yeah. If I had to start from scratch, I don't know if the website would have ever taken off. Okay.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of material already in the bank when I started it. So so that when people got on there, I don't remember when you were a member. I remember the name, but I don't remember when that was. But there was already a lot of stuff on there when they went on there, so it kept them busy and they weren't waiting for stuff. Now, I never hear anybody say they hate the website or there's not enough on there. The information's bad. No. So I can't wait to check out your website. I don't think I've seen that yet.
I can't see how anybody would run out of things to read about on your website. It's just chock full, and
that's just it.
Breeding seriously.
Yeah,
I do, don't I?
Yes, he does. I mean, and that's just it. It can be overwhelming because there's so much to read, but there's also so many videos to watch as well. I don't know how long ago you were on there, but we've got a lot of videos.
It was about 5 or 6 years ago. 5 or 6 years.
Oh, wow.
You got to get back on there.
Wow. It's a lot different now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to check it out. Okay. So how do you see it? Is it for the beginners and the veterans are in there to help the beginners? Or is it for the breeders or for the advertisements? A lot of people think magazines are only for the advertisements. Or are you looking for it to be some kind of be material for maybe even the historians someday? And that's what I would like to see.
The actual printed copies really resonate for the older people, right? Because we still don't mind sitting down and going page to page on a magazine. Younger kids have a little bit more trouble with that. But the thing that all the younger kids want are there breeders in here? Is there somebody I can call to get chickens? Is there? And there's a lot of some of the best breeders in the whole world advertising in the magazine, and they are. That's what a lot of the kids want. That's what a lot of the youngsters want. And,
Kenny, that just brings up an idea of an article that I think you should write. And I'm not going to say it here because I don't want anybody to steal our thunder and copycat, but I'm going to write it down right now because he just said there's a lot of youngins in there that are looking for information on, where to get their Gamefowl and stuff. So, yeah. Okay.
What, like selection or something?
I'm not saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's all I'm going to say is there's an article that we need to put together that will be very helpful to the next generation coming up that are looking for fowl and that are looking where to get it, to get, what breeders to go from.
When I think of when I looked at his magazine and I thought, okay, what kind of articles do I want to put in there? I want something that's going to really, here it is. When my daughter, how do I want to put this? She wrote before I did. Okay. It was just one of those things. I had the magazines, I was helping people and they would overhear me talking to them. And they were trying to get me to write for the magazine. And I really wasn't biting. And I challenged her to write. You do it. Let's see, you put some articles together and see what you can do. And she did. She did it for almost 2 years. And so when she quit, I decided to take over. But one of the things that her and I had, because she was always asking, what kind of article should I do? I go, Sam, here's what I want to see. And this is what I like to see is when I read an article, does it have the wow factor? When I read it, somewhere in that article, did I go, oh my God, I never knew that. That's awesome. And did I walk away with something stuck in my head that when I leave the magazine, that it's going to stay with me and I'm going to ponder on it and think about it and it's going to help me improve. And so her and I, that's what we came up with. And so she was always saying, do I have the wow factor? And I would look for it. No, I'm not seeing the wow factor. Okay, what do we need to do? And if I helped her at all besides spelling was, where's the wow factor? And then that's what I tried to do all the time. And that's kind of what I do for you. And I've sent 2 in so far. And I look for articles or I write articles that to me have that wow factor and make them think in a bigger picture, So that's what I hope to do. And I hope other writers do the same thing.
I've got one writer, it reminds me of your daughter writing. I've got one writer now. His name's Luke Scott Jr. and he's from Idaho. And this kid is 16 years old.
Oh, wow.
You ought to read the articles. This is a kid that writes with the wow factor. I just sit there every time I read, he sends me something and think, holy cow, this kid is beyond, he's further along than his age,
That's good.
And and people like that, kids like that, it makes you feel good, right? Makes you feel like, hey, there is hope for it,
That's our new leader. That's who's going to take over when we're gone.
I hope so. And I told him I'd help him with whatever he wanted to do with it, so really a good kid.
So when you think of your magazine, what kind of topics do you want to see? What's important to you? What kind of message are you looking to get out in your magazine?
Well, I think it is really important that the Gamefowl community embraces the exhibition part of Gamefowl. So that understanding, standards of perfection, and I know there's 3 or 4 standards of perfection out there for Gamefowl. Tony Seville writes one, and the UGBA has one, and there's another one for another group right now, and they're trying. I think the other group is trying to get accepted with the APA or something like that, everybody has different opinions about all the different standards.
But Greg's, there shouldn't be different opinion because the bird is the bird. And people are trying to change the bird and they're writing the standards to make those kind of changes. Like they're trying to let the conformation slide because there's acyl in them, or there's Peruvian, and they're letting the color slide because there's progressive white in them. And their argument is, well, if I block out all the progressive white birds, then we wouldn't have any audience. Do you want attendance, or do you want preservation? Do you want to perfect the bird? Because the standard is the standard. The standard should be written one way, and we all follow it. Then we'll all have the same breed. The American game is not a breed because of how many standards there are. Okay. We're a land race. We don't know what we are yet. Okay. And so, yeah, I applaud these new guys who are trying to get the standard in the APA. I don't think they're going to do it. I've talked to the APA because they want pea comb. Well, these aren't pea comb. They're rudimentary combs. So it's not a true pea comb. So you can't standardize that. And they're allowing white in the wings and the tail, which is a defect, which is a telltale gene that gets worse as they get older and it gets passed to the next generation. That's something Tony and I are going to talk about here pretty soon. So Tony has the experience to actually put together a standard, which he did, which we should follow. There's nothing wrong with his standard, but everybody wants their own. Yeah. So it's a shame.
Yeah. But see where you like for everybody to have one standard, I'm like, I don't care if everybody has a different opinion. I just want everybody to enjoy Gamefowl. Right?
Well, that's fine, but the standard is different because it's not about opinion. It's about following how is it? Like a guide. It's like a guide that we should all follow. It's like if you buy a Ford and you get the owner's manual, does everybody get a different owner's manual for the same type of car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I understand that. Yep.
Yeah.
And you got a very good point there. But again, I think bring everybody in. Let's have different opinions. Let's grow the Gamefowl community. Because if we don't grow it, what are we going to do?
I get that, but it's got to be grown. It has to be done properly because things like progressive white can ruin the breed. And then what do you got?
Right. I understand.
Some of the things they're doing, they're not going to get it in. From what I'm hearing, some of the traits that they're trying to get past, it's just not going to happen. So I don't even know why I'm worried about it. But Tony and I are going to talk about it in a couple of weeks, which I'm eager to do.
I think if they want in, I hope they get in. I do. I want everybody that's involved. I want positive things for everybody. Right. We are like the most fractured community. And it's dysfunctional. Okay. It really is.
I understand that, Greg, but I'm telling you, if it's not done right, then it's never going to work, because not only do they want the color and they want a pea comb, those two things won't get anyways, but they want to change a name that's very controversial, that's going to create very negative connotations to the breed itself, which is the American pit games. Come on. That's not thinking. That's trying to go around what's already existent, which is the Bantam. But there's got to be another way to do it. But to use the things they're using to get it in, no, I want them in it just as much as you. Tony and I worked hard to get them into the standard. They did throw some blocks in front of us, but I will not be happy if they get in with the way they're doing it now. I won't be happy with it. No, I just won't.
Well, I'll be happy for them. I'll be happy for all of them.
Okay. I guess there we have a difference of opinion, because I'm not happy with
that's
it
okay. That's the thing about Gamefowl community. Everybody has a different opinion. Have you ever tried to herd chickens before? You can't do it.
It's like herding cats.
And that's the way herding cats. That's what I was meaning. You just can't hardly do it, and that's the way we are as a community. Everybody wants to go their own way. And in all honesty, we're all really intense individuals, right? We really have a passion for our birds. Yeah. And some people just have a different idea, a different opinion. And I'm good with it. I'm good.
Okay. So, well, it's a battle I'm in, and I'm going to continue to do. So
yeah.
What's up, Nance?
When you first started your magazine, was it hard to get writers, or were you getting inundated with all these people writing articles to you?
When I first started, with Missouri Gamefowl Breeders Association. They asked me to write a newsletter, and I started writing a newsletter through Substack. And Frank Bradley, I contacted him and asked him to write me an article, and Frank Bradley wrote me an article. And I know he thought that was a nobody, and I still am a nobody, really. But he was kind enough to help me out then, and little by little, I just picked and chose old breeders, and they would help me out, and it just kind of grew from there, and eventually. The kindness in this sport is also, or in this community is also, will blow you away sometimes. These are some of the best people I've ever been around. Charlie Ibley and shoot, we got Art Tarantino, and there's these guys are awesome. Alan Harvey, I need to do a shout out for Alan Harvey, because this is my man out in Kentucky. So. But all of them, just the kindness in this community is really good. It's crazy how everybody could be so good and still want to go in different directions.
Yeah, because nobody knows what the gamecock really is. They don't know what the American game really is.
Yeah.
They're lost. I mean, if you talk to 10 people, you're going to get 10 different ideas of what the conformation and type should be. That's why
true.
We're splintered. Yeah, that's not a good thing.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the wrong information's getting out there, and we're Tony's like 82, I think it is now, and he's not going to be around forever, and he's probably the most qualified person to teach anybody about the American games and how they should be structured. Nobody's asking him. It's a shame. So, well, good. And I told you need to ask him. I told you ask him more, because he seems to be very eager to do more. He's going to come on a number of times on this show. If we can get his audio right, you know what I mean?
I think he's written for you. Doesn't he have an article in this last episode?
Yeah, he's written in the last two, and he's got another good article for me and coming up in this next one.
So do you ever have to set aside some articles because you just don't have enough room, or do you just print?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you have a certain page
aside.
limit that you have, huh?
A lot of the historical, I got a ton of historical articles from like the Cocker's Gazette. If you remember the Cocker's Gazette from years and years
familiar,
ago.
Yeah.
Well, I've got every single one of them, and all the old articles from Alan Fisher and all them guys, and Carolina Firebird. He sends me articles all the time. He'll sit, this old guy will sit and print out everything, and he'll have like 5 pages of printed out stories, of back in the day. And I go through them. I try and get them in there,
those would be some really interesting articles. Yeah.
When I used to write for the magazine, kind of in the early days, I think I might have wrote the first book at that time. But Alan Fisher, he would call me all the time, and him and I would just chat. Because he was, I love what you said about this, and this is what you should do, and this is what you need to keep doing. You need to get this in these guys' head because we're going in the wrong direction. And he would just go on and on. I couldn't tell you how many hours that him and I wish I would have recorded those conversations, because they were really, really nice conversations. He goes, I'm so proud of you. You're doing a good job. Just keep it doing. I don't care what anybody says.
He was my favorite writer. I loved what he had to write, because
Tar
it
Heel?
was just, the Tar Heel. Yeah. And, but it's funny about the Gamefowl community, because there was a lot of people that didn't really care for him, and I'm like, man, this guy's great,
Everybody has an opinion about everybody.
Community. Yep. That's right. Right. So embrace it.
No, I just never cared. It's like I get it, and I hear you. And I would write a lot of what I learned in the beginning when it came to form and structure of the bird. Form, function, and structure and beauty was Tony. I mean, I had other mentors too that taught me breeding and genetics and all that, but Tony really taught me the kind of things that I thought would have benefited and helped the bird, the preservation of the bird. And when we really started preaching type and conformation, man, we started getting attacked. That's for pretty birds,
I remember that.
That's the most important part of the bird. And you're telling me that's for pretty birds? No. So I just got to a point where I just ignored everybody, did my thing, just plowed forward. But you know what? Right. They never attacked me in person. The ones that were attacking me, they were nice as could be when they met me in person, So.
Yeah, it's funny how that works, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, let's talk about this real quick. You've been in it long enough. It sounds like you've probably been in it as long as I have. What do you see? What changes have you seen? Where is it going? Are we going in the right direction for the most part? compared to what we saw maybe 20, 30 years ago?
Yeah. When I started, the information was hard to come by, right? I mean, you still had the Gamecock and all of them were out there, but the real information was kind of hard to get until you started writing about the real genetics part of it. It was kind of hard to get. Now there's more information than you could ever dream of, but a lot of it's not good information, and you really have to be careful with that, right? Yeah. And I'll tell you, and see, me going farm to farm and doing interviews and things like that it's just one of the neatest things. You know, you get to see people like Travis Clark, who, you know, has been in it forever, and he's the one guy that told me, he said, breeding. I asked him, I said, what's the secret to breeding good game fowl? And he's like, well, it's easy, brother sister mating.
Wow.
I'm like, well, what else do you do? He's like, wow, that's it.
You need to get him on
sister
here.
mating.
Travis.
Yeah, I gotta get
Travis
him on
Clark.
the show. Not too many people agree with me on that one, you know. So
yeah. And then his place, if you're ever in Missouri, you need to go by Travis Clark. He's got an actual museum in his basement. And him and his wife they are the neatest couple you've ever met. And they're just wonderful people, and they'll welcome you. So if you ever get a chance in Missouri, go see Travis Clark.
I was like, I do want to do that. Yeah. I'll have to call him up sometime. So what do you think about the internet and social media and its effect on American games?
Well, it's actually getting younger people in, but the younger people, they want to one-line it, right? They want to tell people that are been in Gamefowl forever what works and what don't, and they've never really bred a chicken before.
Yeah, I see that a lot. You know?
Yeah. And
it's not just the youngins that are doing that.
Well, you got a good point there. That's true. A lot of people want to repeat things without actually, having done it themselves, and that's okay. Hey, you just have to have a filter and kind of filter out what you think is good, and what a lot of stuff out there isn't good. So.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't go on social media anymore. Very seldom, is because I just get frustrated with what I do read and the way their opinion. And now they're using AI. They punch in a few bullet points and they produce an AI banner that's not even close to being right, And I don't want to be the internet police on American games. I just rather kind of stay out of it. And we just try to practice two things the best we can, and sometimes we do fail. Is the straight stick versus a crooked stick, and that we just keep teaching our stuff and hoping that people will notice it and join us, and then hopefully in the long run we'll make a difference. That's kind of where we're at right now. Because we're not going to get everybody, Greg. Not even the magazines, hard to say. I hope they do. I hope you sell 1 million. I hope everybody joins. But it's just doesn't work that way sometimes, So
right. That's why we've got to become bigger than just the magazine, right?
Yeah.
The website's got to grow. And I'd really like to do if I ever retire and I'm able to have a little bit of spare time, I'd like to do some more video content, or not more. I'd like to start doing video content and start informing some of these people out there on some of the things going on in the Gamefowl community and whatnot.
That sounds good.
That's kind of how we go ahead, Nancy.
In fact, when we close out the show, stay on with us, because I'll give you some ideas on what to do about the video equipment, on what you need to get.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't go anywhere after the show closes out. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It's like the website is, we try to make the website bigger than the show. We try to even make the website bigger than the Founders Program, because that's what we promote, for the most part. But the website has a lot more than just the Founders Program. Right. And so that's what we try to do, is make it big enough to where there's something for everybody, that wants to breed. I try not to cover every topic when it comes to American games. I try to niche down the best I can, but like we cover breeding, we cover things associated with breeding, like healthcare. You can't produce anything, Greg, unless they're healthy, So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer in you have to go out in your yard and look for a reason to get rid of something, not for a reason keep it, So every day go out there looking and saying, hey, something's got to go today. What is it? And before it's over with, you're going to have a pretty good yard, right?
I love that. And I appreciate that a lot. I'm glad you said that. Tony used to tell me there was old timers that would, have thousands of birds or whatever, but they would always go out when they fed, and they always came back with a chicken in the bucket for dinner. And that would force them to cull some things, but I believe that I'm always looking at my birds and saying, why do I keep you? Show me why I keep you. You know what I mean? I'm looking for faults, but I still get messed up sometimes because I'll do that every day. I still do. Nancy walk over to me and talk to me, look down at my bird, goes, how come that has duck toe? I go, what? Oh shit. You know what I mean? She
missed it.
Sometimes you need people to walk on your yard and take a quick look because you miss things. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You just assume
and health is a big one.
Yeah.
Because, that's easy to miss. If you're not really watching it, that's really easy to miss, and that's a good reason to get rid of something.
Well, it maybe, but what they do is they tolerate sicknesses they shouldn't be tolerated.
Oh yeah, they try and doctor. Everybody wants to doctor everything.
Yeah. So the only time I'm okay with doctoring anything, because you have no choice really, is when you go to buy your Adam and Eve, your seed fowl, and a lot of times the birds you're buying are from a breeder who uses medications just to keep them alive, and then you almost have to do the same thing, at least long enough to get offspring on the ground so that you can get them to move forward. And so I get that part. So then I'll send them over to Peter Brown and say, hey, take care of him. He just needs something to get him over the hump so he can get some birds on the ground. I'm okay with that. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. But if you're going to rely on medications forever, you're going to have a problem because you're just hiding their faults.
Yeah. Yeah. And vaccinations also, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well,
like Merrick's.
I'm okay. Yeah. A lot
of the big breeders want to vaccinate for Merrick's, and I get it. They need to. They when you hatch that many from an incubator, that's the best way to do it, really. But if you go and get those chickens and bring them to your yard, well, they're not going to be as resistant to Merrick's as what your chickens are, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I've had that happen, and then all of a sudden, something I got from a big breeder, they're producing things. Merrick's just all of a sudden shows up, and it's like, holy cow! I haven't seen Merrick's in a while. Now all of a sudden, I'm seeing Merrick's.
It's Pandora's box, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like vaccines. People will. I understand some places they need to vaccinate for some things, in the like pox and maybe Merrick's, because some places Merrick's is worse than others. But they're vaccinating for everything to cover all their bases. That's when I really have a problem with it.
Yeah,
or to hide a fault instead of just breeding their way through it and fixing it. What are you gonna say, Nancy?
Well, here's the thing too. You've got some of the big breeders that they may be vaccinating, but they're not telling you
that's true
that they vaccinated. So you bring it home to your yard. Now that their birds are shedding that Merrick's onto your land, into your birds, and there you go. So you have to be so careful, because are those big breeders that you're getting that game fowl from, are they going to be honest enough with you? So,
I haven't had people be dishonest with me in the past on things like that. If you ask them, and that's one of the first things that you ask, what do you vaccinate for? What kind of problems do you have with your fowl? What do I need to look for? And the people that I deal with have been really, really good people. I can't say anything bad about it.
Well, you get two extremes. You get the ones that hide it, and then you get the ones that think it's common practice that if you have 6 chickens, that's normal, and that we just got to medicate them. So you get both sides. It just depends. So the ones that are honest, they just don't know any difference. They go, oh, everybody has 6 chickens. We all medicate them to keep them alive, Okay.
No, we don't.
Yeah. So what's been the hardest part of getting a magazine like this going? I can imagine how tough it can be.
Probably the fact that I'm almost 60 years old and I'm trying to learn all this computer stuff. And it's like, holy mackerel, it takes me 3 times as long to do one thing than what my kids can do it in. And it's like, good grief. Before you know it, you've worked on something silly for, a week, and it's like, golly, this should have went faster than that. So that's probably my biggest problem.
Have you almost quit a couple of times trying to get that thing going, or was it pretty? No, that's good.
Well, No, not really. Well, when my best friend passed away, and he was a big part of me being in chickens. And when he passed away, I was like, maybe I need to just tone it back and kind of.
Oh,
But something just told me, hey, it's time to buck up and go all in. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna try and make it work.
he was probably slapping you upside the head, saying, "Keep going."
His
Don't
his
stop the
advice to
mic,
me
huh?
was always, Greg, just keep pecking. Just keep pecking,
Yeah.
no matter what you're doing. Just keep pecking and don't give up. So
That's what my mentors kept telling me. Matter of fact, one of them told me that the other night. Just keep going. Don't give up. Just keep doing it. They need you. So I was like, okay, well, it's good to hear.
Yeah.
So,
what I can't believe is you do all of your formatting on Canva.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
I don't know how to do it any other way.
I go to Greg. I go, there's some plugins that you can use to do these kind of things. So format for. He goes, yeah, they're kind of expensive though. So we need to all get in this magazine so he can afford to get a proper formatting. But you do a good job using Canva. Honestly, Canva is not a bad platform. Actually, it's pretty good.
And every issue, I try and make every issue just a little bit better, right? Everything is a work in progress as far as I'm concerned. And you give me some good advice on the formatting, and I'm taking that. I'm using that in this one and trying to make it better like that. But we're just going to try and work on it every issue. We're going to try and work on it a little bit more and make it better.
Yeah,
the more people that write, I got great people that help me. And I got a guy, Anthony. Nathan Applegate was helping me there for a little bit, and his life got kind of busy. And I mean, he was a big help. He loved to talk, and I'm not very good at talking. That's one thing I can't do very well is talk to people I don't know. But he loved to talk. He'd get on the phone and call anybody, and he was helping me for a little bit, and his life got too busy, so he had to stop. So, but anybody that. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. Well, except for using Canva, what kind of behind the scenes does a reader not realize that you have to kind of deal with to get
the mail?
This all work? The mail.
I know, Nancy. I'm sorry. I'm going to bring up the mail.
I so wish that we were neighbors and I lived close by, because I would go over there and help you. Address and put all these things together for you, shove it, stuff in envelopes and all that. That would be a lot of fun for me.
Yeah. Funny thing is Nathan Applegate works for the post office too, and he's like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
No, I'd be calling that 1-800 number constantly, because they take that very seriously, and I would be calling the areas where you've shipped to that lost the subscriptions, the magazines. And saying what is going on, because this needs to be investigated.
And I know it has a lot to do with, because I'm trying to do everything as I hate to say cheap, but cost is a big thing right now, right, on a launching. So
it's expensive.
It's expensive, right? So magazines cost me a certain amount, and it's almost as much to mail it. And so I try and work it out to where if I have remails, I try and make sure everybody gets their issue. I really do. And if if I need a remail, I'll just have to do it and absorb the cost, and we're just going to work it out. And eventually, I'm going to have to raise the prices on the magazine. It's gotten to the point where I just have to. And once I raise the prices, then maybe I can up the postage just a little bit and get a better results on the postage.
Are you planning on going monthly someday?
I would love to, but man, I couldn't do it right now. There is no. I'd like to go bi-monthly before I go monthly. Right?
Yeah, I can see that.
That sounds good.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, it is really busy right now, and I'm doing it by myself. And
no wifey.
My wife is wonderful. She is my biggest supporter. but getting my wife to actually do some of the work, because she's busy too, so
Yeah.
she's got her
Yeah.
own thing going on. But my wife is awesome. She is my biggest supporter. I couldn't do it without her.
Yeah, I totally agree. Nancy, I mean, she's retired. She's not working for the post office anymore, and she's like, "What can I do? I want to help and all that stuff." And she's her biggest thing is she doesn't want to let me down. I go, Nancy, you are not letting me down. You did your work. You worked hard for 30 years in the post office. I go, if you do nothing for my business, then so be it. Just let me know the ones you were supposed to do or whatever you're supposed to do. If you decide you're not going to do it, just let me know so they won't fall behind. But I tell her all the time that I don't expect anything from her, but she is there helping me every
She's
step
here right
of the way.
now.
Yeah,
awesome.
that is the one thing I told her you need to do. If you decide not to do anything else someday, you got to come on the show and spend time with me, because I'm not going to sit here like an idiot talking to myself. I need someone to talk to, And so,
well, here's the thing, working at the post office here, I'm going to let out a little secret. The pension isn't that great. Okay, guys. So I told him, well, I'm spending your money, so I better get in there and help you out as much as I can. Plus I love it. But, I understand about your wife. If when I was working, I'm like, I got my job, you've got your job, and I'll do a little bit here and there with you, but that's it. But now I have the time. So that's what makes the biggest difference in the world is now.
Well, you did it. You also did a lot of things before you retired too. You're pretty much there for a lot of things too. But no, I let her know all the time that, hey, if you don't want to do it anymore and you're tired of it and you want to do something else, just let me know. I'll figure it out. But she's there. She's been with me by my side, helping me every step of the way. Doesn't bitch, whine, or complain. I ask her, hey, can you do this? She takes it and goes and does it. Like, we're working on something right now, and you're probably doing most of this one. So,
it's a surprise. We'll let you know soon. We'll let you guys know soon. But
before we wrap it up, okay, go ahead.
No, I can't remember what I was going to ask him.
Okay, so Greg, what's next for the magazine? What do you see in the future?
We're going to improve the website. The website's going to be eventually a driving force. We're going to end up doing a newsletter, regular newsletter, to try and inform everybody on everything that's going on. And we're going to be more active in the shows. I love these shows. I just think it's great going out and being with the people and see that they enjoy the gamefowl, and it just makes you sit up and say, yeah, this is okay. This is all right. I love my job.
Yeah. So I think you're doing a good thing. A lot of people see it, and I think it's needed. I think they realize we messed up by letting the ones go that we had, and it's good that somebody's stepping up, taking charge, and doing it, which is good.
Yeah.
So. Well, guys, you can help him out quite a bit. He does have advertisement spots in his magazine.
Oh yeah.
You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, ads are huge, and I've got really reasonable ad rates. And the people that are advertising say, hey, I'm getting a lot of calls because of the ads. So the advertisements, the subscriptions barely pay for the magazine, right? And actually, it probably doesn't pay for the magazine, but the advertisers make it to where things are tolerable. Things are going to keep going, and without the advertisers, it'd be hard to do, right?
Yeah.
So, and then the readers, I'll tell you, I'm getting so many good responses from these people, and I got a subscription today from Lily Good. You know who Lily Good is? Joe Good's wife.
Oh, wow. Really?
Texas. Yeah. I got a subscription from her today. And, and she's just like the sweetest woman in the world, if you ever met her. And, I love my job. So.
Yeah. It's going to get bigger. Be prepared.
That's okay.
I see it doing great things. And like I said, it was needed. Now, you have a website. What's the address to the website so they can subscribe?
www.gamefowltimes.com.
Okay. So we need to help Greg. We need to support his work. We need to subscribe to his magazine, guys. So anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
Hey, I want this to be for the Gamefowl community. I want to grow the Gamefowl community. I want everybody to love it. I want everybody to enjoy Gamefowl. I want the kids that are growing up. I want them to want to be in the magazine and want to have pictures in the magazine. And let's keep this thing growing. Let's keep it to where we have Gamefowl for a long time.
Yeah, Nancy, you want to say something?
That's awesome. Well, I tried to put his address on so that I could put it on the screen, but it won't let me. It won't. It's not even showing up on the chat so that I could pull it over. But yeah, www.gamefowltimes.com, guys. Go subscribe, get yourself a magazine. You're going to love it. And there's pictures in there too. It's not just all, word verbiage. There's lots of pictures in there. There's some color pictures in there. Yeah, you're going to love it, guys. Go join now.
Okay, Greg, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys sell 1 million. I do.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Okay, stick around. We're going to see you at the on the other side of this. So,
and a special shout out to Douglas and April. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going on Douglas Bruce's show next week, I think it is. So be there or be square. Should be a good show. I got Peter Brown coming on Friday, and I have Tony Seville coming on the 12th, I think it is. Thinks he has an idea how to fix his internet. So we're going to believe him this time. So
yeah,
no, I'm kidding.
Stay in the middle of town.
We got to get Tony on there, man. People really want to talk to him and see him. Yeah. And we've done a lot of shows with Tony, and he used to hang out. He used to live down the road. We used to hang out. I really miss those times. And so if I can get him on the show every now and then, that'll be really good. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you.
We'll see everybody next week or Friday. Be there Friday. Okay. Talk to you later.
Bye.